Hey Scorpio, welcome to your May 2020 Love and Journal reading. I am Gemstone Tarot. You are Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Cross watchers, anyone who's here is welcome. And your cards seem to be ready actually. I was trying to give them a big girl shuffle, but they didn't want one. So we'll just give them a small shuffle. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. There will be an extended reading. The link will be in the description box along with any other information that you need about the channel. Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. Feels like yours. Oh my God. How can I say that? I'm just like, it feels like yours. The devil. Boom. Okay, one of those readings, is it, Scorpio? Maybe go and get a cup of tea, a glass of wine, or whatever makes you comfortable. Some popcorn. Okay. It's making me scratch my eyebrows. Should we just pull the devil and the death card? Okay, all right. I mean, actually, if you're going to pull the death card for anyone, pull it for a Scorpio, because it's kind of positive for Scorpios. It's your card. It means you're absolutely in your scorpionic power. I like it, actually. Oh my God, Scorpio. Right. I'm going to shush. I'm going to pull some cards. May's a big month for you. May is a big month for you. Oh, hello. Okay, they've all just plopped out, so we'll have them because they feel quite right. Hello, Ten of Pentacles, and what do you got? Oof. Right, you're the overall energy bunch. Scorpio, let's get straight into it. This is big deal. Big changes. Pretty good changes, if I'm honest with you, and those of you that watch me know that I am. I will deliver the glitter, the unicorns, and whatever else there is, you know, that is not so glittery or unicorny. Right, we've got some overall energy. We've got that devil card, we got that death card. We know we're dealing with deep scorpionic stuff, and I'll tell you also, we have a full moon in Scorpio. It's my moon diary because I'm terrible with dates. It's on the 7th, and it's big for you. I mean, we're not too surprised to see death and the devil. We won't talk about the tower that's just down there just yet. I'm like, oh. But hey, Scorpio, seriously, if anyone can handle this, it's you. Some of this goes back to November 2019. Because we had this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, and we had Moon in Scorpio and Sun in Scorpio, and God, we had all sorts of other things in Scorpio, and it was incredibly deep for you. It went emotionally deep into the emotional underground, okay? Now, you've got some really full-on major arcana clearance, purging, endings, new beginnings, all that kind of stuff. Now, what's it all about here? Three of Swords, okay, overall energy, which dropped out with the Four of Cups. Someone has pushed someone a bit too far, I think. And the Page of Swords, the Spy card. That Page of Swords has an energy about it that feels kind of, I want to say sneaky, but I don't know if it really is sneaky. You find something out. You find something out. Either you find it out because you go looking for it, and if it's Page of Swords, it's usually to do with social media, or email, you know, text, whatever it is, looking on someone's phone, or, and I'm not advocating that, I'm just saying it's like a kind of finding out what you need to know, because you know you need to know it. Scorpios know, they may not know what it is that's wrong, but they do know that they need to find out, and they do know when they need to know something for their own good, okay, to make a change. Because without the knowledge of whatever that is, you don't feel you can call it, okay? And somewhere along the line, you call it. You're calling someone out. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean falling out with someone, although in some of these cases, it is falling out with someone. And you may also, just a few of you, be calling yourself out. Like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? So let's look at this lovely little, well, we've got 4 major arcana all together here. You get that devil card. It's like the kind of love has gone wrong, isn't it? Well, yeah. The lovers, it all started off so well with, you know, apples and fruit and snakes and all that kind of jazz. And then next thing you know, you're in a dungeon chained to the devil, okay, and chained to each other. Now, there is a certain element in the lovers of choice. And the devil is the same, except that now you're chained to the devil and chained to each other, it feels like you don't have the free will and the choice. So there is some sense, Scorpio, in which over the last few months, you may have become entrenched. That's what the chains are. They are not inescapable, and I'll tell you why. Because once you get into that energy where you're kind of a bit trapped, maybe it's a toxic relationship, maybe it's a toxic workplace, maybe it's a toxic part of your life, or the way that you're behaving you feel is toxic, or another person is maybe toxic towards you. Once you get to that entrenchment, it's the feeling that you're trapped. And what you really need is powerful forces to come and, you know, whatever is. And there it is. Nothing less. I mean, the death card is Scorpio, it's transition, it's bringing something to a close, it's the end of the devil, it's the end of the trap. I actually really like it for you, but it might feel uncomfortable, you know. It's even though you're Scorpio and you handle that transition really, really well, and you handle the big changes well, and you understand this sort of thing, it's not easy, okay? Then the Tower. Any kind of falsehood here that has been built up, any kind of trickery, any kind of deceit, and I am getting for some of you with that 3 of Swords and the Page of Swords and the 4 of Cups, that some of you have at least moved into emotional neutral so that you can observe what is really going on with something, okay? Now the Tower, it doesn't mess around, does it? It kind of leaves no stone unturned, and it blasts. It just blasts. I mean, the Tower, the Death, the Devil. Bad stuff is not staying in your life. Now, this isn't for no reason, as in you're moving into emotional neutral. You're moving in, it's like a sort of a chessboard almost, but you've gone off for a tea break. You know, it's like you've been moving these pieces and now you're like, bathroom break, we'll just take it down a notch. This could be that you, and it could be a fire sign that you're involved with, or an air sign, that you have taken a step back from a situation in order to get a clearer picture. For some of you, it could be that you are in separation from somebody and you are monitoring them somehow with this Page of Swords. For others of you, you may have stepped back from somebody and they're monitoring you. And for maybe the same people, you're monitoring each other. This is a day and age in which we can, and we do, we all monitor each other. We're all on social media. It's all out there. It's not even that secret, is it really? But it's a very interesting sort of double thing here between this person as you know them and this person as they're appearing in social media. Okay. 5 of Swords, Venus in Aquarius. This is the energy of a bit of stalemate, a bit of a standoff. It's, again, I feel it in the 4 of Cups. I feel like this card, nobody's actually in the battle. What they're doing is the battle is kind of, it's either in a pause or it's done. And this person is just collecting up the swords. I feel like you've left the game. You were maybe in a game with somebody which you felt the stakes were very high, especially with the 3 of Swords. Maybe you wondered about third parties. Maybe you wondered if they were talking to other people online. Maybe you were wondering about that devil connection. It can mean that this person is unavailable to you, or, and only you can know this, Scorpio, sometimes our ego self is kind of attracted to a certain type, very often unavailable, whatever. We all have our own Achilles heel, don't we, for this? You may be wondering if this particular dynamic is healthy. And then in the middle I get the Sun, and never have I been so glad to see it, Scorpio. It's great, okay? Some of you, I feel, may be influenced by a Leo in this month. I don't know why. I know that Leo is ruled by the Sun, but even so. Or you may have Leo in your chart, but very much I think that Leo could actually take a positive turn for you, a Leo person somehow, and be a positive influence. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Things are certainly not sleeping on the job in May. I mean, stuff is happening. Things are coming in, things are coming to light, secrets are being revealed for you, which, you see, we've got the 2 of Swords here again. That is staying out of the game, taking a pause. You're going to be doing a bit of a dance. And the dance is between finding stuff out and sitting back and processing it. Okay? In the extended reading, I'm going to look at Death, Devil, and the Tower. I'm also going to look at the 3 of Swords and about the other person in this scenario, okay? Then we have the 10 of Pentacles. That's a great card, actually. So know that somehow all this turbulence and reality, I suppose, and depth is leading to building something good. It probably won't feel like it straight away, okay? It's not going to be incredibly comfortable, but I would say that you and Capricorn are probably the signs that do uncomfortable the best. You're willing to do the work. You're willing to get down and dirty emotionally and do the work. Chuck Spezzano love cards. Let's have a look. Just shuffling them on my knee. Really want that one. What is that one? Ooh, okay, that's a good one. That one was calling to me. Lovely. Ooh. Wow, okay, I like that a lot. Okay. You get the problem card of loss. Some of you are dealing with somebody who has experienced a lot of loss in their lives, and it may sometimes come out in toxic behaviours. Grief is not always pretty. Trauma certainly doesn't always manifest itself in the most palatable ways. Sometimes people, and the ways that people choose to defend themselves, and the Tower is false defence. All defence is false defence, but the way that us vulnerable humans choose to build up walls is not always pretty and it's not always nice. But as a Scorpio, you have a better understanding of that than any other sign, because you're empathic, because you're water, but you've got that whole Mars and Pluto thing going on, which means you can see the dark side of people and you're not going to judge them for it. It doesn't mean you have to accept any shoddy behaviour of anybody. It doesn't mean you need to stay in the company of toxic people. It just means you understand the dark side, you know, along with the light. You understand the shadow along with the light. You might want to distance yourself from it. You might have compassion from it, but choose not to have it in your life. That's up to you, but you understand it, okay? Then we have a dream come true. This is lovely. This is a surprise love. Could be a Leo for some of you, or someone with Leo in their chart, or someone a bit younger than you. Knight of Wands, we've got someone's quite sexy, someone's quite forward. That's just nice. I mean, I'll have another look in the extended reading and see if there's anything, but it feels very simple compared with what's on the table here, okay? Adventure, that is my dating card. Okay, so some of you might be considering getting out there a bit, doing some dating, or just being available to dating. And I feel like, just looking, I'm knocking cards over right, left and centre. I feel like suggesting to those of you that feel like it, because obviously it's up to you, to make yourself available if you're single, or even a bit heartbroken, because I like that Sun card. I like it a lot. Very nice. Knew you were going to get that one. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, the Chess Queen. Do you remember we talked about playing chess? Trust and strategizing. And believe me, nobody strategizes better than a Scorpio. Sisters of the Seasons. This is about cycles of growth and natural law. And you are in a cycle with these cards of destroying anything that isn't healthy, in whichever way that happens, okay? And you may not know which way that will happen, but it's good because it is building you a more consistent future, a healthier future. Then we get the resting tree, patience and stillness. And also no one is more patient than a Scorpio either. So use it to your advantage. Oh, Scorpio. Those of you that watch my dailies, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, it's down there somewhere. Hit the wiggly bell, make sure it's activated. You'll know why I'm putting on my tiara. Oh, Scorpio. I'm really excited. Look, you get miracles. I'll tell you what, you don't get the miracles without the death, the devil and the tower either. It's bringing in something really good. It just feels a bit raw at the time, but stick with it, Scorpio, okay? I'm going to do your extended reading. Links in the description box. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.